So with the help of RFC only, we will connect both the systems with each other. Now the term I used here, both the systems should be connected with each other. What does it mean? It means, let's say we completed all our configuration in our, okay. So now I'm into ECC system. Here to configure remote function call related settings, we need to go to our GTS area menu in ECC.
So now you tell me this AET 800 is supposed to be ECC, and what is the name of GTS before
AET 200.
Oh, AET 200 is supposed to be GTS. AET 800 is supposed to be ECS.
Yes.
ECC.
Yeah.
But in our system, the same system, AET is a one system, one client, which is having two instances. So that's how you are doing it, right? Okay.
Exactly. But they have set up both the systems separately.
Okay. No, I see that it's a different instance, right? AET is a system name. 800 is one system.
Instance number is different. I mean, system was different. Correct. One is 800 and the one is 200 client number.
Okay. Right. Okay. Go ahead.
So here we need to use GTS area menu transaction code. So if you are using same transaction code / SAP SLL / menu _ legal R3, it won't be working. Even though we have entered correct transaction code. Why it won't work? As I mentioned earlier, that always we need to use prefix /n. /n / transaction code, then it will work. So this is called as a GTS area menu in ECC system. Similarly, if you go to GTS system, let me log in SAP GTS.
But actually, the client is AET, right? It's a one client, two instance. That's what you made it, right?
Yeah,
one client,
exactly. Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, it is dummy system, demo system, so it won't have any issue.
Okay. Got it. To make a difference in the same client you are using. But actually, in a real time, it's not going to be like that, right? In a real time,
not at all. It will be different system at all.
No. In a real time, it's going to be different client itself. Here, it's a same client, right?
Same, no, different client here, right? One is 200, another one is 800. Yeah, system is same. AET system is
that's
same.
What I'm saying. So, client is AET. You have two instances. One is 200, another one is 800.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
But in a real time, it's going to be different. Even the system client is going to be different.
Yes, correct.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, right. Just I
so
want
now
to.
In GTS also we need to use same transaction code, but without R3 /n, and then so this is called as a GTS area menu. So this GTS area menu is nothing, we can say SAP Easy Access menu in our ECC. SAP Easy Access menu is the screen where end user has to perform all day-to-day activities. Similar in GTS system, end user has to perform all the activities under this screen only.
Okay.
So this is the GTS area menu. Here we have compliance, customs, risk. So let's start.
I think in the Excel sheet also you can maintain T codes. Actually, it will be really help us, because when you run a system, I don't want to write down anything.
I have mentioned here. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay.
So now we need to go to remote function call. So in ECC, now I'm into ECC 8800. We need to go to last tab, basic settings. And in basic settings, here we can see we have system connection to SAP GTS. So these are the 5 steps which we need to configure in order to connect our ECC with the GTS system.
So how you came again? You show that from the previous transaction.
Code, yeah, same transaction code, GTS area menu only, legal R3. From legal R3, we need to go to the last tab, basic settings. And here.
So the RFC system to be triggered from your ECC only, not from GTS. Okay.
Yeah, I'll come to that point. As of now, I'm into ECC system. So now let's configure this system communication process. Now in real time, it is not our job. It is done by basis team. But still, being a functional consultant, we must know this part. And even I came to know from one of my friend that it's very small project, so he has to do this system communication configuration. So
Yeah, you
if
are
we
right.
need to do, let's
Exactly, it
say,
happens.
correct.
Exactly, you
So
are right.
definitely we must know this system communication part. Definitely it will help. If not today,
Okay.
tomorrow it will help us.
Yeah, sure, sure. Thank you. Yeah.
So these are the 5 steps which we need to perform, where the first step is define logical system. What is a logical system? We know that it is nothing but kind of system difference. Here we need to differentiate the system, right? We have two different systems. One is sender system, and the other one is the receiver system. So how does system know which is sender, which is receiver? So we need to make a difference by defining them as a different logical system. So in the first step, we are going to give unique name to ECC as well as unique name for SAP GTS. So we need to have logical system for ECC as well as GTS. So when we are defining logical system, we are free to give any name. This table is cross client, so we are free to give any name. We can go to new entries. We can give the naming convention. Now, as I mentioned that we are free to give any name, but SAP recommends one specific naming convention. And the naming convention SAP recommends is, that is system name followed by CLNT followed by client number. So this is the naming convention which generally we follow. So if that is the case, here how can we define logical system name of ECC? Samir, can you give me? Can you explain me? By using the same naming convention, what would be logical system of ECC? Samir or Nikhil?
Logical system name for ECC would be um,
Check here. Naming convention should is system name. I mean system name followed by
client,
CLNT followed by client number. So system
right?
name is AET here, right? And then
Yes,
followed by CLNT and followed by client number 800. So this is
yes,
will be
yes.
the logical system of ECC. In a similar way, for GTS we can give AET CLNT 200. This will be logical system name of GTS. Now
One
please.
second. Okay. Okay. So I have a small question.
Hmm.
The question is, say for example, so now you are actually for our batch you are saying this number AET client 800, AET client 200. The
Hmm.
same system you are using for other batch also. So how you
Hmm.
will give a name?
I'm not going to save it, sir.
No, no, I'm
As you
just
all know,
asking.
only once we need to have connection. Definitely, I'm not going to remove. Right? Yesterday,
Yeah.
even I was saying that please don't disturb the communication.
Oh, now you are just teaching. That's all. But you have one system to teach us the same number. Now you are teaching
Exactly.
us. Then you will delete it. Okay. Right. Right. No, no. I'm
No,
not
anyway,
curious.
I'm not going to save it.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. It. Okay. Thank you. Go ahead.
So we need to define logical system. And now please make a note of very, very important point.
Mm.
Important point is we are doing system communication. For what? For what purpose? That if we are creating any data, let's say in our ECC, that data must be transferred to GTS system. Example, from ECC side, our system landscape is development, uh, yeah, development system, then let's say quality system, and then production system. Or more specifically, let's say I can say in development we have two different clients. One is, let's say, DR1, that 100, let's say for configuration, DR1 120 for unit test, QR1 for the quality test, and PR1 is for the production. This is from the ECC side. our feeder system side. So whatever it is, either it is ECC or S4, doesn't matter. So this is our system landscape. So whatever our ECC system. So please remember, now I'm not going to use the term ECC or GTS, ECC or S4, rather than I'll be using term feeder system. So if our feeder system landscape is this, right? Then same landscape must be followed by GTS as well. So from the GTS side, we will have DG1 CLNT 100. Okay, sorry. DG1 100, DG1 120, QG1, and finally PG1. So let's say this is client number 200, this is client number 300. So here also we can have client number 200, this is client number 300. Now if we are creating any data in this system, data must be transferred to this system. If we are creating any data in this system, it must be transferred to this system, from here to here, from here to here. What does it mean? It means we are doing this configuration only in the development. We are not allowed to do any config in production, even in quality. So it means that if we are creating logical system for ECC and GTS, we have defined, for this we have given AET CLNT 800, for this we have given AET CLNT 200. But what about this? If we are not going to configure in quality and production, how system communication will be established? That is the reason in the development system we must define logical system for all ECC as well as for all GTS system. So let's say, as per this example, we need to define total 8 logical systems in the first system. I hope you all understood.
So now I have one small question about TR management. So say for example in DR1 you are making DR100, you are making some configuration change. That configuration is actually transported to QR1 or 200.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Similarly, now what happened as far as GTS change is concerned, you are doing some changes here. Say for example, master data. You are bringing this master data here. You are transferring master data here. But configuration you are doing directly in DG1, right?
Yes.
Configuration, okay. So now GTS related configuration you are doing in DG1. SAP related configuration you are doing in DR100. How we are actually transporting the configuration changes from DR100 to QR1 200. Similarly, you are going to transport this configuration changes from DG100 to DG1 200.
Yes.
QG1 200. Okay. Similar way.
Yes.
So TR management is same as far as
exactly.
It looks like ECC only, right?
Yes, exactly. Not different. So
okay,
yes,
one more configuration.
Yeah,
configuration. One more thing. One more. I'm a little bit small flow. So in a G, what happen if suppose you are making configuration changes from golden client to another instance, you are using SEC1, right? In a ECC.
Yeah.
Similarly, are you using SEC1 for GTS also, correct?
Right.
For configuration changes. Then you are using TR management from the same system to Q system. That's what you are doing.
Yes.
Exactly. So TR management is nothing is changing. Everything is same.
No change at all. Yeah.
No configuration consent.
Yeah. Even not only TR management, not TR management. Whatever activities we are following in our feeder system, same we follow in GTS system. Whether we are going for any implementation project or whether we are going for support project, same day-to-day activities we are performing for our feeder system, being SD, MM or any consultant. So same we need to perform as a GTS consultant.
Your feeder concept is being used only for loading your master data and transaction data. I'm talking about configuration. The configuration is actually using based on your TR system, correct? So ECC to ECC, there is a development system and quality system. Development to quality system and development to one instance to another system. We are following some methodology. The same thing is being followed for GTS also. Is it true?
Yes.
As far as configuration is concerned.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now let us come to feeder concept. In a feeder concept, there are two things. We are actually loading master data and the transaction data. So at the time only you are using a feeder concept through RFC. So through RFC, you are sent now. You are making some changes in customer master data. The equivalent data has to be captured in your GTS. Okay, so you are using a feeder concept, feeding concept, correct?
Yes.
Through RFC.
Yes.
Is it so?
Yes.
Okay, for configuration, feeder system never work. The concept never work.
Yes.
Okay, right. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Just I want to. I mean, it will clarify.
Or whatever configuration we are doing in development, I mean ECC or feeder. Why we need to bother GTS, right? Because feeder system will have their own transport. They will have their own configuration. It will have their own configuration. If we are doing any configuration in ECC, it will go to PR1. If you are doing anything, it will go to PG1. So
just no, I'm just clarifying. Right.
Relation. Yeah.
Okay.
So when we are defining logical system here, we need to define logical system for each and every system. Please make a note. Otherwise, tomorrow you will make a mistake. If we define logical system only for development system, then for quality and production, we will not be able to communicate. And yes, when we move the TR, when we are moving the TR, definitely all configuration will be available in all the systems, but that will not make any a difference, or it won't have any impact, because each and every system will be connected separately as a RFC connection. That we'll discuss in next system.
Okay.
But in our system, the system which we are using here, we have provided different name. So for ECC, we are using T90 CLNT 090. This is in case of ECC. Even T90 CLNT 200 we are using for GTS. These are the two logical systems in both the system, for both the systems.
So now we are going to work in T90.
Exactly.
90.
90 is for ECC and 200 is for GTS.
Okay, right.
Next step is assign logical system. So in assign logical system, what we are going to do is we need to assign client number of ECC to the ECC logical system, because we have defined, let's say now, what is a logical system? Simply if someone asks us what is logical system, we can say that it is nothing but a combination of system and client number. But how does system know what is the actual client number? So that actual client number we are assigning here. So let's say in our case, if it is 800, we will be assigning 800 to T90 CLNT 090. So this is the one assignment. Now you will have question. I think you will have question. You will have, say, this is 800, this is 090. Your question would be, okay, 800 client is for development. Let's say for development it is 100 client. What for 110 client, 120 client, 200 client? So will it allow quality and production client number to assign to their respective logical system? Yes, it will assign. Why it will assign? If we go to new entries, see here, we don't have any selection box. Whatever number we enter, system will allow to save us. So we need to be cautious while assigning client number to the respective logical system. So in this way only it will allow to assign, let's say 110 to DR1 CLNT 110, 200 to QR1 CLNT 200, even 300 to PR1 CLNT 300.
So in this case, for GTS system, you are assigning to 200.
No, we are not going to do anything related to GTS. Second step we are performing only for the ECC, because it is the ECC system which must recognize its client number, not GTS system.
Okay. So that's why now you are
the first step we need to define name for both the systems, but when it comes to the assigning part, we are doing only for the GTS, only for the ECC, not for GTS. And another important configuration is this one, most important configuration. Maintain remote function call destination for RFC call. So what is the RFC? We all know that with the help of remote function call, only system can automatically log into its target system. Say, let's say one funny example. Funny example is, today we came to the office. I just log in our, let's say, ECC system, because we need to test some scenario, right? I haven't logged in our GTS system. So I thought, okay, first let me create the sales order, then same sales order I'll be using in GTS for our testing purpose. So here we have saved sales order number. Now, do you think that the sales order 100, number 100 has been saved in ECC? Do you think that once we log in GTS, then only this sales order will be transferred to GTS? No, not at all, right? Whether GTS system is logged in or not doesn't matter. But when we save the sales order, this sales order has to be transferred automatically to the GTS system in the background, and that is where this RFC comes into picture. And it is possible only because of remote function call. So what does it mean? It means that ECC system must recognize it's a target system. So let's say if we are testing in system DR1 CLNT 100 or 110, so this system must recognize that our feeder system is this one. If we are testing here in the background only, whether this system we have logged in or not doesn't matter. If we are creating any, let's say, transaction data, that will be transferred automatically to this system. And how it happens? It happens with the help of RFC only. So what happens? So the purpose of the third step is we are going to define GTS as a RFC destination. It means we are doing configuration here. So we are defining DG1 CLNT 100 as a RFC destination. We need to define DG1 120 as a RFC destination, even for this. So we need to define GTS system as a RFC destination. Now, why we need to do RFC destination? Because of this example. So that we are creating data, a system can recognize that, yeah, this data has to transfer to so and so system. So how system recognize each other system, target system? Based on its IP address. We all know, right? So based on IP address only, ECC system can recognize, because we are doing configuration in ECC. In ECC, if we are giving GTS system IP address, system easily can recognize that yes, this data has to be transferred to this IP address system. But another point is, our IP address we have given, let's say IP address we have defined, which is 100.100.1, whatever it is. So with this IP address, if we are creating any data in ECC, that data, data can be transferred to GTS. So it will be there near to GTS, but it has to go inside. It means what? ECC system has to log into GTS system, right? So this happens because of this IP address. With IP address, simply it will recognize. But to log in, it needs user ID and password. So we also need to give our RFC user ID and password here, so that system with this IP address, it can recognize a destination system, and with RFC user ID and password, it can automatically log into GTS in order to transfer this data. That is what we are doing in the system. So we need to define GTS as a RFC destination. So this is a very, very important step. And in general, in real time, we won't have access for this system. So we need to go to ABAP connection. Then we'll create. I'm not saving it, just I'll show you. We'll go to create option, and we will be defining GTS as a RFC destination. So here we need to give some name which will represent GTS destination, GTS RFC destination. So we are free to give any name, but again, SAP recommends that, let's say we are defining RFC destination for DG1 100 client. So why can't we use the same name as per DG1's logical system? And that is how we are doing. So we are giving the same name as per our GTS logical system. So let's say in our case, it is T90 CLNT 200. So that is not RFC destination. That is just the same name we have given. And why usually we give? Just for the better identification purpose. So we'll give some name here. And then connection type should be 3 ABAP connection. Here we will have some description, and here we need to maintain target host and IP address, including system number of GTS system. Let's say in our case, we need to give a detail of DG1 CLNT 100. We need to give detail of this. So, similarly, we need to do for all the systems. So we will be defining 4 RFC destinations here. Okay. So here we'll give IP address and system number, and under logon and security, we need to provide RFC user and password. We need to provide RFC user and password. So once this is saved, then system can automatically log into its target system whenever we are creating any data. So let me show you how to test this. So this is our RFC destination T90 CLNT200, right? So this is the target host IP address system number of GTS, and here logon and security, we have user ID and password status is saved. So with the help of connection test, if IP address details are correctly maintained, if we click on connection test, system should not give any error. Let's check. So this is how, if we have, let's say tomorrow, if you're getting an issue, RFC issue, if we have access, we can test in real time as well. So we'll click on connection test. Now we can see that connection type SAP log on this second millisecond, transfer this blah blah blah. System has not given any error. It means IP address and other details are correctly maintained. But system has to log in automatically with RFC user ID and password. How can we test that whether user ID password is correctly maintained or not? With the help of remote logon. If we click on remote logon, GTS ECC system can automatically log in to GTS system. Let me show you. Click on remote logon. Now we all can see. See here, AET 200. Automatically system logged into 200. How? With the help of user ID and password. So this is the purpose of third step. Any question?
Yeah, now I have a question. Very good. And question is, can you transfer this data more than one system?
Means?
Yeah, more than one system. Now you are actually one-to-one, connecting one-to-one, right?
Is
there any possibility of connecting more than one?
Yes, that is what initially I told you, that in many client we are using many ECC systems. So all the ECC separately we need to go to the respective ECC system and we need to perform same kind of configuration.
No, you are right. See, now this is one ECC system. You can connect another ECC system, but the same user SAP GTS system
RFC,
can be there. You are right. So many to one is possible. What I'm asking is, one to many GTS system is possible or not?
Okay. You mean to say one ECC many GTS system?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is also correct, but we need to define separate destination, RFC destination. Anyway, practically it's not possible. Why? Because we always use only one GTS system because of licensing.
System provides only one from
correct.
SAP to one GTS system. The target system is going to do only one. That's what the system maintains. Okay, it's a one-to-one.
And such kind of scenario also I have seen. I tell you. So let's say we are working for client ABC. Client ABC is using their own GTS system. Tomorrow, ABC has taken over one another company, and that company is also their own GTS system. So now that company will be part of our ABC only. So in such cases, what we need to do? Slowly, we need to integrate our new, the new company GTS system into this GTS system. So now it's their decision which system they want to use, which system they want to close, right? So we need to transfer all information from that GTS system to another GTS system. That is altogether a separate job, separate project.
Okay. So one more other question. Now you are using RFC destination. Instead of RFC, can you use any other interface like iDog or BAPI or anything?
So we can use, but since RFC is much easier than any other interfaces, I tell you, good example. Still there are many clients, I'm not going to tell client name. Still there are many clients who still using for even 4.7 version of ECC, even 5.0 or another version of ECC. So especially I tell you 4.7 version, damn sure that if you are going into 4.7 version of ECC, you won't have this GTS area menu transition code supported. They have not given
which one
the provision.
4.0.
4.7 version.
Oh, 4.7 is not supporting.
Not supporting. Okay, so in that if you use same GTS area menu transition code, it won't work because it is not connected. That provision has not been given. So let's say that system, if we need to connect with the same GTS system, definitely it cannot be done via remote function call. Definitely it cannot be. So we need to use some different interface. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the purpose of remote function call destination. So in the third step, we have defined GTS as the RFC destination. But see, here just we have maintained name. We have defined that this will be RFC destination. But in reality, still ECG system doesn't know that this is my RFC destination. Example, in here we have created this, and this as the RFC destination. How does system know that this is RFC destination, this is my RFC destination? So in fact, to make a relationship only, we are using fourth step, maintain RFC destination for method calls. So here we need to do, how we need to do is, we need to use standard BIP. So this is T90 CLNT 090 is the ECC logical system, and T90 CLNT is the GTS logical system, and both the systems are connected via standard BIP destination. So we need to click on, let's say this one, T71 CLNT. Let's say this is our GTS RFC destination. Just we need to select it, click on standard BIP destination. Here we need to give the RFC destination. See, RFC destination for BIP call. Whatever RFC destination we have defined in previous step, that we need to define. We need to provide it. Let's say we have defined T90 CLNT 200. Same we can provide here. So it is the interface. Now we can say this is only telling that T90 090 is connected with this receiver system, this receiver, right, with as a this RFC destination. So whenever we are creating any data in 090 system will go to this RFC destination. It will pick IP address, other detail to log in into this system in order to transfer data. So with the help of method call, we can say simply we are just making relationship between sender system and receiver system. This is the purpose of this system.
Okay, I got it. Okay, now you see, now you check T90 client 200 and click standard BIP destination. Let's see what is up.
This one.
Oh, it's already assigned. That's why it's working. It's not assigned for 402.
Yes, correct. If we remove this, if we are creating a document in ECC, our document cannot be transferred to GTS because it will say that no RFC destination available. It will give error in ECC. No RFC destination available.
Okay, now I understand. But actually, in the previous transaction, for 800, you assign only 200. Okay. How other systems are shown up here then?
Same, in the same, because when we are defining logical system, it will display all the logical system.
Okay. So it comes, but in my opinion, I think this is the only system connected to 800. Correct?
Correct.
Not
correct.
all other systems. Other systems you created, that's why it is showing up. But okay. That's why it shows plus the symbol.
Yeah, correct. Okay. So simply we can understand.
Yeah. So one question from my side. One question. So in case of HANA as well, the process is same, right? Or it's different?
Same.